I think life is only, and I've studied on this one time I've studied on stuff for a year before I get it, but life is only separated into two places, an area of concern and an area of influence. There's some things we can be concerned about. We can be concerned about the Senate, Congress. We can be concerned about India, but we really can't change a whole lot.
Right.
But there's another area over here that we actually can influence. We can influence the relationship between you and your husband or your wife or you and your children. And there's things out here you can really change.
Yes.
And we only have a certain amount of time in our day.
Yeah.
And we can only pay a certain amount of attention. And if we'll get lost in these things we can be concerned about.
Yeah.
Like other people doing right.
Right.
Okay? We get wrapped up in trying to make other people do good. And I'm thinking sometimes I just want to stay out of their way and mind my own business.
Right.
And I can and change what I can do in my life. Because, man, people are going to... I get this a lot back from when Jesus talked to the young rich ruler. And he said, what must I do to have eternal life? Jesus says, all you have, give it to the poor. Come follow me. And the young rich ruler had great, and he couldn't do it. He didn't. And Jesus just went on.
Yeah.
He never said nothing else about him.
No.
He didn't tell the disciples, say, come on, boys, go over and have a talk with him. See what you can do with that. Come on now. Talk to him.
I think that you can change people's lives simply sometimes by how you live yours.
Yeah.
They see and they know that there's a difference in the way that you conduct yourself and the way that you live. And I think that will affect more change sometimes than browbeating people.
Yeah. And sometimes, and I know it's a hard thing, but I know we're to disciple and we're to disciple people and add people to the kingdom. I mean, that's what we're supposed to do that. But sometimes you got to mind your business and take care of yourself. And I know that sounds a little rough, but sometimes you gotta leave it up. I always tell everybody the Lord has a wrench for every nut, and I'm gonna let Him do the turning. Yep. Okay. Sometimes
you plant the seed.
I plant the seed. Going about my business,
and then let the Lord do His job.
Yeah. Exactly. And I don't know. So, well, I'll tell you, I appreciate having Davina with me today. She's been a blessing, and I know she would be. And we have scheduled this interview about 300 times. Okay. Before I go, I'm going to give you something for your law-abiding husband.
All right, thank you.
These are some things I need him to check on for me.
Okay.
Okay, first thing is, in Virginia, there's some things that really are illegal, okay? First thing, trick-or-treat is not legal, okay? In some areas, children are technically not supposed to trick-or-treat or go trick-or-treating on October 31st. Another thing, there's hunting restrictions.